Going to a Yankee game is as much about what you see on the field as it is your experience off of it. Today, we'll take you through the ultimate game day at Yankee Stadium, from tours, concessions, and more, so you're prepared for your first or next game here. Let's go. How to get to Yankee Stadium: you can take the New York City subway, the 4 or the B train. The D train on weekends to 161st Street, Yankee Stadium, your cheapest option at $275. My top pick for tourists, first-time visitors to the city, I say take the Metro North train from Grand Central Station in Midtown, stops at Yankee Stadium in only 15 minutes. Now, if you do want to drive, parking garages are available. The closer you are to the stadium, the more expensive it'll be. $40 right next to it, $30, $25 further away you go. The new Yankee Stadium, as we'll call it, opened in 2009. The original Yankee Stadium across the street, there's a little piece of it still remaining that they left. It is now a field for kids. Some advice on purchasing tickets: you can go through Ticketmaster.com, that is directly through the Yankees, or you can check out StubHub, which is one of their partners, if you want an even cheaper price for certain games that aren't as popular. For example, tonight against the Orioles on StubHub, I saw prices like $15, even $20, and many times you can wait till right before the game, maybe 15, 20 minutes before, and get a really good deal on StubHub. Ticket goes directly to your phone. I've got my friend Brent with me, super Yankee fan, been to hundreds of games at the new stadium. He's our insider for today's video. And when you enter, what gate would be the fastest for most fans?
I wouldn't recommend gate 6. This is where most of the fans are going to be entering in. I would recommend gate 8, bleachers, gate 4, or even gate 2, which is a little bit further off the beaten path.
I want to thank the Yankees for providing us this in-depth experience you're about to see. We're starting with a stadium hands-on tour. Now, you can purchase this for select games for the cost of $144. And there's a less expensive version of this tour called the Classic History Tour for $35. But for the ultimate fan, what you're about to see, I think is worth the money. Let's go.
Now, this in front of us is the Yankees dugout down the first base line here. Visitors on the third base side. It is real grass out there, Kentucky bluegrass. They grow it in New Jersey though, you can do that. It doesn't have to come from Kentucky.
It's weird to say, but smelling the grass is not something that I normally am used to living in the city. Actually smelling grass is fantastic, and being able to see the players not only from the Yankees but the opposing team as well.
Welcome here to Monument Park, where we celebrate the past and those that made this team what it is today. Monument Park will open when the gates open to the general public, but they will close the door up there 45 minutes before the first pitch. During a game, you can't have anybody walking around here. It might be a distraction of the batters. You come visit Monument Park, but the best way to do it, taking a tour.
Taking a tour.
It's like we're doing. We got the Yankees retired numbers. Lou Gehrig's number 4 was the first number retired in Major League Baseball, and it goes down and around. The actual monuments of Monument Park are in the middle.
Derek Jeter was always my favorite growing up. Paul O'Neill was definitely up there as well, so I gravitated to this spot right here.
Now we have a beautiful memorial dedicated to the New York police, firemen, and first responders. This is a monument, of course, not a player, but something very important, always going to be remembered here.
So I'm rubbing Derek Jeter's plaque. Ball just went in the second row.
Oh my God.
Should we go? Got it. Woo! My 9-year-old self would be going crazy right now. But my 38-year-old self thinks this is cool too. Remember, if you book one of these tours, Classic or this one, book it during batting practice so you have the opportunity to fetch a ball just like that.
This is the New York Yankees Museum, presented by Bank of America, and this is open to all ticket-holding guests at New York Yankees home games. The museum opens from 90 minutes before first pitch, and it closes at the end of the 8th inning. This is a uniform that Babe Ruth wore in 1934, after the regular season ended, on an American League All-Star tour of Japan.
I got a question. What do you think this would cost, like open market auction?
More money than I'll ever have, I know that for sure.
Just checking, just curious.
And you can actually see the name B. Ruth.
Wow.
Chain stitched inside the collar. That's how uniforms were identified in those days. The name would be chain stitched. Your hands are where Babe Ruth's hands were 90 years ago.
Forget the home run balls. Come for this.
That's right.
I honestly wish every museum in the world was like this. If you were a Yankees fan, this place is like a playground.
I've got another treat here for you. This is Aaron's bat. He used this bat in 2019, 4 years ago.
Let you hold Aaron Judge's bat. Wow.
Now, could you read the name? It's in cursive here. It's actually stamped into the barrel.
George Babe Ruth.
The man, the myth, the legend. This is Babe Ruth's bat. It's from 1922, when Babe Ruth was the most famous athlete, really not just in America, but in the entire world.
I feel like I'm about to shake
Isn't
right
that
now.
magic?
This is Babe Ruth's bat. It is so heavy.
This is so heavy, it feels like it's about to break my wrist. 45 ounces, wow.
Now, around the rest of the museum, we have the ball wall, which is the first thing you kind of saw when we came in here. And this is the actual distance of a major league pitcher's mound going to home plate, 60 feet, 6 inches long. People can look around. We have game-used jerseys, hats, bats, gloves, cleats. There's original ticket stubs. The first year the Yankees won the World Series, 1923, you'll notice that it's a gold pocket watch. Those rings just get bigger and bigger and bigger and shinier, and I don't think the players are going to complain about it.
Yeah. We are starting with the 99 burger, which they only sell 99 per game, named after Aaron Judge. There's already a line of what looks like more than 99 people, but they're gonna give us special access here to show you. Oh, that smell. Oh my God, it smells so good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. By the way, they updated us. Now they sell 199 of these a game because they're just too popular. Now, if you're wondering what is in this 99 burger, Aaron Judge, number 99, he is from California. It is a California smash burger. We've got 2 4-ounce American Wagyu beef patties, American cheese, caramelized onions, secret sauce, brioche bun, dill pickles, lettuce and tomato, extra upon request, but you really don't need it. And this thing is like the size of Aaron Judge, right?
Yeah, it is definitely a burger fit for the captain.
That's a lot of meat and a lot of secret sauce.
Just these charred off pieces gives it a delicious bite. Wow.
You always know it's going to be fresh because they're selling them non-stop. These things don't wait. They generally sell out, I'm thinking, within the first hour.
There are so many flavors going on. Like the first flavor hits you, they're like, and then the second one hits you, and then the third one hits you, and then all of them combined is so delicious.
And let's look back at Brent. He's trying to eat this thing in 99 seconds.
I mean, I just can't stop eating it.
So, Brent, you insisted on the labels. Now, they have their main location on the Upper East Side, and they have this Yankee Stadium outpost, which you're just crazy about, right?
Yes, their steak sandwich. And the second thing that they do sell is also their steak top fries. The meat comes in at medium rare. I get steak fries every single time I'm here at the stadium.
That's just so gluttonous, my God.
The meat is tender, the fries are cooked the way you want them, and the queso, a little spicy, I'll be honest, but I think it makes it all complete.
2 people could down this. I don't think one person even has to do this one, but you said you were dreaming of this sandwich all day, right?
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Just like the fries, the meat is super tender, super juicy. As a steak fry guy myself, I'm a bigger fan of the fries, but you can't go wrong with either.
We have a lot of Yankee shakes here. This is the pinstripe vanilla shake. This is a good one for couples.
I'm thinking Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m., 80-degree day, out in the sun, this is going to hit the spot.
If you just walk into the game, it's about to start, you need to look up before you go to your seats. Why?
At Gate 6, you get into what is called the Great Hall, which is a massive hall full of former Yankees. You have a celebration of one of the World Series championships over here as well. And it's just a beautiful way to just enter into the stadium.
All right, something very iconic to Yankee Stadium for many years is the roll call on the top of the first inning.
After the first pitch is thrown, the Bleacher creatures shout out, center, left, right, first, second, shortstop, and third. Players respond back as a good fan-player participation.
You know, at one point, it got so bad in the bleachers that they banned alcohol, right?
So allegedly in 2000, the Yankees banned alcohol in the bleachers. You have Bleacher creatures coming in with what they call loosies, little small bottles of liquor in their socks, and other places I don't even want to talk about. But back in 2009 with the new stadium, the stadium is now open for everybody, so every section can enjoy beer.
But if it's your first time going to a Yankees game, sitting in the bleachers is one of a kind.
I will definitely say so.
So I want to thank the Yankees for inviting us and putting us in section 122. These are very expensive field MVP seats. Now, Brent, we were talking about this. It's your first time coming to a Yankees game. It's like, where would you tell someone to sit?
So first off, if you really want to get the best view of everything that's going on, I would definitely shoot in the 300s, 400s, right behind home plate, bleachers, especially the right field bleachers. If you want to get that party vibe, you want to get that rowdy vibe.
I think sitting behind home plate, be at the upper level. I was a baseball broadcaster for a couple of years. It's like what they see up there. What I try to discourage you from doing for your first game is sitting upper deck in the outfield. If you don't know baseball well, you might zone out. A lot of people think that baseball is a super slow, boring game, and they may still think that. We disagree. But now there's a pitch clock. Things have changed.
Yeah, so the pitch clock is shaved off up to 30 minutes on average of every baseball game, which is now under 3 hours for the first time in about 7 years. And all of us that were here thinking that was going to be a homer.
We got teased.
Yeah.
Now we must show you the value chicken bucket. A lot of Yankee fans have said like this is one of the best deals for a group of 3 or 4 friends, right?
Yeah, or as the people affectionately on Twitter call it, chicken bucket! You have 8 chicken tenders with a pound of fries that comes in for $25. Best value in the stadium by far.
You know what? I see why Twitter's buzzing about this.
Again, great value.
I feel full just looking at this thing. That's all I have to say.
The Yankees have free Wi-Fi that you're able to connect to.
Really useful point I didn't even think about.
In Europe and a lot of other soccer stadiums, you definitely have beer bans, especially when the game starts up. But here, you can drink a beer at any time.
Best part of going to a baseball game, for those who don't understand the charm of it, sitting and chatting.
Yeah, I've had some of my best life conversations with some of the closest friends of mine at baseball games. Built some of my really strongest friendships just by going to Yankee games.
If it's your first trip to New York, there's some mistakes you want to avoid, and in this video here, we share 10 mistakes you'll make in your first 3 days in New York. Watch this next.